Hey guys, Zarbix here with another video for Warhammer Online, Return of Reckoning, the Age Reckoning private server. This is going to be a little bit different than our other videos going over the classes. This one's going to be about what do I do when I get to level 16. So I think a lot of people are having problems with this. You started the game, it's pretty self-explanatory when you get in. You're in tier 1, you queue for scenarios, your instance battles, you go to the open RVR lakes and, Nordland or the Blighted Isles, and you're battling it out there, and it seems pretty simple, and, just that's all you got to do. The game changes dramatically once you get to level 16, so my mag is here is 17, which is close enough, and I can give you a brief rundown of what you're supposed to do once you get to level 16. So tier 1 in this game is between level 1 and 15. That's when you're going to be fighting it out in Blighted Isle and Trace. You're going to be fighting it out in Norska and Nordland, and you're going to be fighting out in Mount Bloodhorn and Ekrund. So everything's simple. You're buying most of your gear from the war camps. You'll be able to buy your stuff there, your PvP gear, your sets, your weapons. At level 16, you'll turn into a chicken in tier 1. That's the bracket. The bracket ends. From that point on, from 16 till 40, you'll be with everyone else in open RVR. That means wherever the current battle is being waged in the whole rest of the world, you'll be there with all the other players between level 16 and 40. Don't worry that you're going to get crushed, because you will get bolstered as you go into the open RVR lakes. You will be bolstered up to level 40. 48 stats, and you'll be way tankier than you should be. Your ability to deal more damage and be able to at least hold your own a little bit until you can get your levels where they need to be. So the first thing I would recommend once you get to level 16 is download the State of the Realm add-on. This is what you can see here in the top right corner. You can turn it to either show, tier 1 or tier 4, which is what you'll be in after level 16. So right now, this is showing me that the active RVR lake is Thunder Mountain, Chaos Waste, and Caldor. So those 3 are open. That is where you're going to go if you're over level 16. But this could be somewhere else. It could be Prague, and it could be, Avalorn. It could be any of the other zones that are active beyond tier 1. So it could be in tier 2, it could be in tier 3, it can be in tier 4. For any of these zones, that's why it's super important to get an add-on like State of the Realm. If you don't want to get that on, you can also do a .rvr in your chat. That'll tell you which zones are open too. So it'll tell you here that if you are in tier 1 between 1 and 15, you got to go to Ekrund. But if you're 16 plus, you got to go to Thunder Mountain, Caldor, or Chaos Waste. So that is a super important thing to do as well. Once you get to 16, just find the open RVR lakes. You can still queue for scenarios. Scenarios will be a merged tier between 16 and 39. Everyone will be together for those levels, and then you'll join the third bracket at 40. So you can still do scenarios. Go to open RVR. I know another question people have is, where do I get my gear now? So after you get to level 16, you're not going to find any more gear in the war camps. That'll be low level stuff. What you're going to want to do is every war camp and a lot of chapter hubs as well will have a flight master. It's usually a guy on a wyvern for Destro, and it's a dwarf on a copter for Order. You're going to run up to that, and you'll be able to go to the Empire and Chaos cities. That'll be Outdoor for Order, and the Inevitable City for Destruction. You'll want to fly to those zones, and in those zones, that is where you're going to be getting the majority of your gear. That's where you're going to be specializing your renown points that you'll get from RVR, your mastery points that you get from leveling. Everything, the auction house, the banks, the vendors, everything is in the capital cities. So once you fly here as Destruction, just a quick little pointer, this is where you'll land. This is where you'll hand in your scenario quests you get from doing, battleground instance combat. The Monolith is where you're going to train your renown and your mastery points. The middle here, the apex, this is where you're going to find your guild vault, you're going to find your auction house, you're going to find your barber surgeon to respec your gear. Down at the bottom, the undercrot, all the vendors that are going to sell your open RVR gear, your scenario gear, are going to be right around this area. So get used to being in the city, super important. That's what you're going to do once you get to level 16. For Order side, it's pretty similar. You land here in the middle area. This is the Marcus. We'll find the Barber Surgeon, the Auction House. Guild Bank is over here in Lord's Row. The Sigmar Temple is where you're going to respec your mastery and renown. And the War Quarters is where you're going to find your gear. So hopefully that gives you guys a good first, impression of what you do at level 16. The game really opens up to you a lot. Now you're fighting in one of maybe 16, 20 zones at a time. You're still doing battlegrounds with other people, but now you're going to the capital city. You're buying gear. You're getting your quest done, maybe doing the level 16 dungeon. So after you get to level 16, you can do the Sakilium as Destro. It's a dungeon in the city to get the Keeper set that you get quest for over here. And on order side, you're going to be doing the sewers. It'll give you the keeper set, and you pick them up over here. It's a very good PvE set that you can hold you over for a very long time. So yeah, I would say that's my biggest tips for once you get to 16, get State of the Realm, join the campaign in the active zones, do the keeper set quests, the Sakillium and the city sewers dungeons for a pretty good gear set, and find the capital city and, put it as your bind spot. Another quick side, I'll show you guys quickly. Both sides can bind your Book of Binding to the city. I would highly recommend it. You don't really need to go bind to any specific chapter hub or war camp. Best thing you can do is find the rally masters and you bind your book to the city so that you can port back here as often as you please. And on order side, the bind guy is right over here in the market. So hopefully that helped you guys, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any more questions, I am always available to be found somewhere on Twitch to answer more or to just watch some gameplay for Warhammer, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.